Okay, I've had to restart this recording like 6 times because I keep saying the person's name, so I'm just going to put a preamble. I am going to mention his name. I'm doing it as a response to his video anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal, so we'll go from there. I let Eric know in a message earlier that I was going to do this kind of video, um, just to kind of put an end to this and to let everybody know, both on Eric's side and my side, um, how I think and feel, and how just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm just going to get started because I'm not going to do this in 6 different videos. It's going to be one. By the time this little counter here hits 600, I'm done. So, um, first of all, the common misconception that I'm this like lovesick, sex crazed, psychopathic, obsessed individual with Eric. Um, that could not be farther from the truth. I have had several invitations to relationships in the past 3 or 4 months. I'm just not ready. I'm not in that boat at the moment. I'm on a different boat called the Singles Cruise now, and I'm just not really looking for anything, too permanent. I'm not looking for anything really. If the same respect, if somebody walked up to me and said, "Hey, let's have casual, relationship," I'd be like, yeah, no. My life right now is far too complicated for me to even consider any kind of a commitment other than friendship. So I just kind of leave it at that. I'm not crazed, lunatic. I'm not a psychopath. I'm not obsessed. Um, as I explained to Eric in a letter earlier, my idea of a friendship is a lot different than some people. And the people who I call close friends in my life are aware of that difference. And they're aware of what kind of friendship I like and what kind of friend I am. And that is accepting. So, as far as my side of things, I guess that would be where my fault came in because I didn't express what kind of friend I was in the beginning to Eric to let him know that I am a friend that considers everybody's words their bonds, that I am a friend that considers, what you say to be something meaningful. Say you're going to be somewhere or do something, I expect you to do it. And if you're not, or if you can't, or whatever, a common courtesy to let me know, hey, not leave me hanging. Um, I want it understood that Eric didn't do anything wrong. As far as, you know, and the reason I say he didn't do anything wrong is because I don't consider what he did to be something wrong. I just think it was, slightly inconsiderate. He didn't let me know up front when he called me that, hey, my life is hectic as hell, um, and I may not be able to get with you except for like once a week or whatever. He was at the time planning a stop in my hometown to visit me. I have been the victim of violence, so I am very cautious about who I let through my doors, and I wanted to get to know him better and to get to know him more before I gave him step-by-step instructions on how to get to my front door. Some of you have known Eric for a long time. I have not. And I don't judge people on other people's judgments or other people's thoughts. I make my own judgments. So, I wanted to get to know him so I could figure this out and make sure, he was somebody who I felt would be safe to let through my door. Um, I want all of Eric's subscribers to know that I appreciate their thoughts and their comments on both his blog and my blog. Um, I asked my subscribers, most of the ones that are not, well, all the ones that are not subscribed to Eric but that are subscribed to me, I asked them not to belittle Eric or to belittle any of his subscribers for saying anything on my page. I wanted it known that his subscribers have a right to voice their opinions, and I did not want my subscribers bashing and starting this big epic war where we just bash each other against the rocks because I think that's pointless. For those of you from Eric's subscription list that did leave negative messages on my pages, I'm sorry you feel that way. Um, what else can I say except for this is the real me. This is who I am, and none of my other friends in the real world have a problem with it. I didn't think it was that much of a concern here. Um, Obviously, being a noob to YouTube, only been here over a year, I think. Um, I broke major protocol by mentioning his name in a video when I was discussing my dislike or my disenchantment with his definition of friendship, and a holy war started. God help me. As I told Eric in a video or in a letter earlier, I will say this out loud and in public. I will apologize for the manner in which I delivered my message. I will not apologize for delivering my message. My message was clear and concise. It was letting him know that this is the kind of friend I am. This is the kind of friend I thought we were going to have a friendship, and this is the way that things happen in my friendships in my life. And I don't understand why that's so difficult. That was my message. Yes, I will admit wholeheartedly and apologize for the manner in which I delivered my message. Um, you guys are probably right. Maybe I shouldn't have done a video. Maybe I should have just sent it in a letter. I had sent letters to him. He hadn't answered them. Now, through comments that he's made to some of his friends and on my page, obviously I should have given him a wide berth when it comes to a time frame um, to answer messages. Again, my mistake. My bad. Um, But I want it made clear, just like I made it clear in the letter I sent to him, I will not, and I am not apologizing for the message I sent. I'm only apologizing for the way in which I sent it. Um, if you want to forgive me, great. If not, fuck you. I don't care. Um, the reality of the situation is that online is a completely different world from real life. When you meet someone face to face and you start to talk to them and you become friends with them, there are certain things that happen that cannot happen online. Um, I don't know Eric's life. I don't know his position on. I don't know what he does. Up until this whole fiasco, I had no clue that he was both a photographer and a DJ and going to school and driving his mom around on Saturdays. You know, Until now, I didn't know any of that. And, again, Eric didn't do anything wrong, but if you could say he did something inconsiderate, or inconsiderate's even a bad word, I mean, the only thing I could say that he did oopsie on, because I hate saying wrong because he didn't really do anything wrong, was not letting me know up front that he did not have the time for a close friendship. Um, yes, that night I did those videos, I was sad and depressed, and yes, Eric called and gave me a shoulder to lean on. And since, it's hard for me because I don't have many gay friends. I don't have many gay male friends. I damn sure don't have any male friends, period. I have one. Uno. The rest of my friends are lesbians, and lesbians don't always want to hear about how sad and lonely I am. So yes, when Eric reached out, I grabbed onto his arm and I held on. Um, but if any one of you denies that you would ever do that in a desperate situation, you're lying to yourself. We've all had, you know, a need or a want. So um, this is my official. My bad on the delivery method of my video. Again, I will not apologize for my message only in the way that I sent it. I will say that I respect, love, and cherish Eric. His videos are amazing. I'm still subscribed to him. I don't plan on changing that. His videos are amazing. His insightfulness is good. Um, he has the most radical oratory skills I have ever heard in my life in a long time. His presentations are always systematic and well thought out, but not looking like they were, scripted on a card. Um, and he's just an all-around good person. I never, and that's one more thing I want it plainly understood. Never, ever, ever, ever did I besmirch his character, drag his name through the mud, or say that he was a terrible, terrible, bad person. Almost every video I've done, I've said how great and how wonderful he is. In that one video, I did say that he had a warped sense of friendship. But other than that one video, the rest of my videos speak for themselves. I think Eric's amazing, and I will always be a subscriber. And hopefully one day, when everybody lets this shit calm down, we might be able to be friends again. But until then, because I'm running out of time, I love you all, good or bad. Um, and in the future, let's just keep things Cole.